Hi, this is the Renegade Wizard here, here to talk to you about the KP3 editor. Now it's a sampler and it's also a dynamic effects, so it's kind of a big deal. Now on the opposite side, you can't really see because I got all my things plugged in. Got some RCA plugins as well as some MIDI in and out and through. It's got a USB 2.0 plug-in, so you can plug it right into the computer, and it also carries an SD card. And the SD card can carry up to 4 samples. Now, it also has a mic input, which I rarely use, and a headphone input. Now, on the mic input, it has a trim editor, and the headphones has a volume, but I broke the volume, so I'm going to have to just live with that. And so plugged into my KP3 right now, I have my KP1 and the mic recorder, which we went over on earlier videos. And so we have them all synced up. I don't have my MIDI hooked up into it because the KP1 doesn't use MIDI because it's way too small, and the mic record doesn't have it plugged in just because I'm using my MIDI cables for something else right now. Pick up more. It's a good tip for all you young synthmen out there. It's to, yeah, so anyways, what we have here is basically an XY axis, which gives you sort of a control over the effects when playing samples or instruments through it. So, yeah, so we have good old mic record. We can control the depth of the effects as well as the instrument going through to it. It's got a hold function, which is very useful, so I don't have to keep my hand on it and have the effects being generated. And what I really bought this machine originally for was for sampling. Now there's much better samplers out there, and this is sort of a neat sort of Korg tool. Just realizing that all the products I've gone through so far have been Korgs, which is interesting. I'm going to have to switch that up soon. But yeah, it's kind of a nifty thing. It's a bit of a sampler, a bit of effects generator, so let's see how it handles sampling. So put it to a sample function. And watch it basically count along with the beat itself. And I'm going to raise the vinyl so don't get coarse. And see how I was just a bit off of lifting it off, so we're going to probably have a 1 beat off. So what we can do is go to the sample function, which controls the volume of the sample that you just made, as well as what's being played on it. So that sounds alright. So yeah, it's kind of a handy tool. It's kind of fun for live stuff, but overall I wouldn't say that it's basically a professional piece of equipment. See, it breaks sort of every instrument that you put into it down to 44.1 kilohertz. So it's basically the CD quality of the sampling rate. So I don't know, for digital instruments it seems to be alright, but as you could probably hear with the vinyl sample, it definitely lowered its quality. So I think it's pretty cool. I think you can get it pretty cheap nowadays, seeing as Korg's been releasing generations of this pretty frequently for the past couple of years. So I'm guessing, I couldn't even guess, $250. Like GG. This is the Renegade Wizard telling you about synths and having fun.